Hi Sagittarius, how are you? Higherself magic here. Let's clear the energy. I'm back in my outdoor, well, it's part of my bedroom, my conservatory, which is another of my spirit rooms. It links through the door and I love it when I can come here. The light is amazing. I've got 3 walls of glass and I can see garden and nature at all sides. It really is a powerful place to be. So let's make a start, Sagittarius. What have I been thinking about for you? I have had a few channeling notes made and I want to talk about those as we go through this reading. Now, I keep saying there is going to be a change, and there is. You are changing. You are almost unrecognizable. You are changing. Things are changing, and the energies are getting so much better this week as we've moved into Cancer. Things are getting so much better. We're in the middle of 2 Capricorn full moons, which will give you a lot of action, a lot of getting down to business, that sort of feel. But you are also questioning how alive you feel and how strong you are to face up to your responsibilities. And you seem to have a lot, some of you do anyway, even if it's just a responsibility to yourself, keeping yourself alive, keeping yourself housed, keeping yourself fed. But some of you have got people that you have to do that for, and the love keeps you going, so you overcome the apathy or the fear of the responsibilities because of the love. And sometimes Sagittarius respond by feeling lazy, feeling inadequate. Well, now that June is over, you know, Gemini season was powerful for us because Jupiter moved into our 7th house of relationships in Gemini. And so Gemini season is opposite to ours on the horoscope. And sometimes we get the opposing side of ourselves coming through in Gemini season. And those the negative parts of us, like the lazy parts or the feeling inadequate or the apathetic. And sometimes those come through and we just have to go with the dance of those. But one thing about Saggis is they are very hot on love and the responsibility they feel through love. Now, some of that's good responsibility and love, and some of that isn't. And it might be a time to step up and do what's right for you. Be honest with yourself now, because some of us, not all, I don't know many Saggis actually who are in relationships, but those who aren't very happy in them. If you are, then wonderful. You are an amazing person to connect with, and your partner must love every single bit of you. But for a Saggi to connect fully and to have a full connection with love and completeness, you need to link up intellectually. And you're coming to a vast different understanding of what you need. And it might be that person you feel a responsibility for is no longer what you need. If it's a child of yours, then of course you can't get rid of this child. But you might try and make them more responsible. And you will see changes happening in their lives. So your responsibility is lessening, of course, unless they're under a minor age. Under the age of 18. But this is the time of relationships. That's why I've got my love cupid there. I hope you can see it. And this is a time of soaring high. This is a time of questioning things like the dragon wood and blowing out fire. And you know, when you're blowing out fire, there's not going to be a lot of water to put that fire out. So you are going to be quite scary and formidable as things come up in your discovery life of this June, what's left of it, and July. As we go towards Leo season, things are going to change. Leo and Sagittarius are both fire signs. They have that same, whilst with Cancer, Cancer's the crab, and Sagittarius feel hemmed in by that crab approach. You know, the crab can hurt Sagittarius with its clippers, and Sagittarius will feel with a withdrawal. Also, the twins in Gemini season make Sagittarius become, as I said, bring out the negative part of Sagittarius. It brings out the other twin. So, you know, Gemini and Cancer aren't the best of signs, although most of my men have been Cancer men. I don't know why, but they're not the best signs for Sagittarius to make big decisions in. These seasons are not. As we come towards, when Cancer season's finishing and we're in Leo season, decisions will be easy to make. Things will really happen. But as we go up to Leo season through Cancer, try hold on to making those decisions, although they will be much better to make in July than June. A new relationship is coming, no doubts about that. But for Sagittarius, for it to be successful, you have to connect on a higher self, clairvoyant level. People have to hook you in with their energy. Only a few people can captivate you. There's no doubt about it. It's very rare you get captivated. When they do, you connect fully, and you get really hurt if they don't connect, you know, give you that love back. But this time, this love is going to be different. There's going to be harmony after all those battles you've experienced. You're going to be like the Empress, who's the most fertile of the cards. You're going to be nurturing that relationship, even if you're past childbearing age. That does not matter. This relationship's going to be nurtured and loved, and there's going to be such a strong connection. The connection's going to be full. But for now, maybe that is not the right time, and so the universe is holding on to that. You're considering the people you have got responsibility to, maybe a partner who you shouldn't be with. So this is a time for getting serious, getting things in order. But rest assured, things are looking great as Jupiter's moved into Gemini with its strength of love. It's in that 7th house. All relationships are going to be developed fully and improved with your children, with your parents, with your siblings. Improved, I say, maybe to the point where they have to be let go because an improvement in your life has to occur. You will be questioning how people treat you, how you react to their treatment. So you're going to be a bit more constrained as we go to Leo season through this Cancer season. Less jokey perhaps than normal, especially in these last days of June. These 2 full moons in Capricorn, very unusual to have 2 in Capricorn, have shown you a lot about seriousness and responsibility and getting on with things. And you know something has to be taken care of, something has to be done. And sometimes it's an unfortunate truth that has to be realised. And sometimes the obligations you have are great for other people, but not always for yourself. But there will be some you can't give up on because the love is too intense. But nevertheless, it feels stagnated, even with those you love deeply. You're a bit lost in how the responsibility seems to have fallen all on you. But you're going to trust your instincts, your higher self. I'm hoping that people that have been following me are really connecting with their higher selves now. And Cancer season will help you analyze things in your life, and it will become easier to make decisions as Cancer season progresses in July, not June. Don't make any decisions in June. Wait till it's past. So Gemini season, which is now gone, made you stop still, really. You felt lazy, a bit apathetic, a bit unenergetic, a bit sad, considered things very seriously, as I addressed in my full and new moon readings. 21st of June, that magical night I last spoke to you on, I think opened up the lack of magic in your life, opened up the fact that there needs to be more magic than this. There needs to be more to life than this. Is this all it is? No, it isn't. The universe has a plan. The divine has a plan. God has a plan, if you believe in God, which I do. So if you believe in God, then you know things are going to change. But your next love, you want one to have no drama. You want it to be one without drama, to be a love that's worth having. And so I think this year's magic of Midsummer's Night was wanting the magic to come and manifesting it and really realizing you need it. You need it in your blood. You need that divine magic of that real connection between two people. If a sudden romance came in during June, you might find that it wasn't, I'm just going to have a sip of coffee, wasn't quite the romance you wanted. You might have been tricked by the universe into going like, you damn fool, you fall for this sort of thing every time. Or you might have been restrained and stood back and thought, no, I'm not jumping in. I'm not quite sure. I'm getting a sort of issue, a trust issue here. And if you do get that, don't go there. Keep yourself to yourself a bit longer, because believe me, as Leo season is approaching, something really good is coming in. And the Hierophant wants to teach you practical lessons, as does the universe and the divine. And then when you've been taught those practical lessons, which we've been taught for 10, 12 years now, you will get to the point where you can party and celebrate because you've got there. You do not want those unhealthy relationships of the past. I think situations didn't go as planned. You met deceit. Had relationships that were conflicting and competitive. You don't want that now. You want the swift moves towards happiness. Yeah, you don't want any more of those hidden agendas. You're ambitious at the same time. You've changed your whole life regarding work. So you are more serious anyway. Even, Saggis are fun-loving, adventurous, but you've got that serious edge to you now. You want triumph over all the adversity that's passed. You want money in your pocket. You want financial success, and believe me, it's coming. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, and it's turning fast. It's coming fast. Leo season, oh my gosh, it's going to be a hope for much greater times ahead. When it comes, you're going to feel a real uplifting of spirit and energy. And there'll be lots of choices in your relationships. It won't be just one lover that's coming forwards. I've said that. You're going to be offered some choices, and choose wisely. Go with your intuition. Now, going back to those responsibilities, the responsibilities might be linked to a child who's going to do very well. If it's your firstborn or your only child, they're going to do very well this year. Don't worry about them. They're very sensitive, though, and do get very hurt if you speak to them incorrectly. But you're teaching them about moderation and compromise, even if they're young adults. And you're teaching them about their unexplored potential at the same time as learning about your own unexplored potential. And that has really been on the money-making front. You don't seem to have made it so far yet. But now is the time where you are putting your head right down on it. You want more money, more real people, more real time with people, and you want to invest in your long-term plans. That's what you're doing. But going back to the lovers and the choice, you're going to be overwhelmed by choice. And there could be some. Hang on in there. Don't jump in. Keep yourself to yourself for longer, because there could be someone coming in that's going to come from your past who's completely different and is going to make the impossible possible. But it keeps coming in, that good news regarding that child. So, you know, real proposals of idealism and happiness for that child. You're going to see transformations occurring. There's going to be some sort of court case or some sort of legal issue, or you might meet someone who's a lawyer or a solicitor. There's something there on that. If there is, justice will be yours. Your wishes are being fulfilled. So don't think the universe isn't listening to your new moon wishes or your wishes. It really is. It wants you to have it all. It really does. And that stalemate time is coming to an end. You're no longer at that awful crossroads, not knowing where you're going. You know where you're going. Your transformation is occurring. You are transforming from the caterpillar to the butterfly. You're feeling committed and content. One amazing thing about you is you're not scared of being alone. So no one can hurt you. If they think you are afraid of being alone, you are happy being alone. You have developed that. You've gone away from that fear of loss. In this eighth karmic year, you do not fear loss anymore. You've lost enough. You've lost a lot. Now it's all coming to you in a reality with no more drama. What's coming in is going to be amazing. Just don't go down the wrong rabbit hole. Alice in Wonderland, you know, the rabbit hole. Go into the one for wonder, delight, amazement, magic. Don't go down the wrong one. Something about parents has come up. You have been a very hard-working, reliable person regarding your parents, but one parent might have disturbed your equilibrium as you were growing up. You didn't quite match with that one parent, and some issues regarding that parent could have come back in, and you'll either let go of that and you will sort of realize it's out of your control. That situation is out of your control and it's too upsetting to deal with, so you will back off a bit and disconnect, with still keeping a connection, or this person will not be who they were before. You're finding a balance in that relationship with that parent now somehow that suits you. Yeah, they made your childhood very difficult in some cases, and you felt really overtaxed with them an awful lot of the time. But now Leo is coming in, Leo season, and the sun is coming in for you, Sagittarius. It's been closely linked to your chart, and it's bringing you strength, massive strength. And you're not restricted by fear anymore. That's gone. No one can bring that fear into you. So you're looking at your life in the past, your troubled times, and you're very careful about who you let in now, because you don't want a wound like that again, whether it's parental, sibling, lover. That wound you do not want to repeat. Do you owe anyone anything? No. You have given everything you could. Change is coming in. Be patient. Financial stability is coming in, and the more of that you get, not because you're greedy for money, but because it's going to enable you to drive your chariot in the right way. I'm reading that in a different way. Fate is bringing you amazing things, but you're driving the chariot towards what fate is giving you. And if you get money, you will be able to do that so much more easily, so much more in a relaxed way. And I think the universe wants you to have that less stress, less fear. It doesn't want the fire to get out of control and feel it's raging. No, it's letting the water be quite close so the fire can be put out, and only the fire that is useful and helpful allowed to burn. And it's going to make you have the blindest but leaps of faith, but true leaps, because your intuition and your higher self is so strong. And here you are, the Queen of Wands, always busy, successful in everything you do. You overcome all the obstacles, but more important, those new ventures are coming in, and the magics you wished for so clearly and carefully in love is coming in too. There will be a massive triumphant outcome to all this. The world will be your lobster. You are a sensitive, caring person, and now the universe is paying you back with pentacles, with balance, with fairness. There's going to be such a balance of opportunities. You're on the right side of karma. Some people will not be, and you will see them going down. Those people are out of that window right now. That's you lying there, and you've let them out. So change is coming in, but be patient about the point that happens at. You know that's coming. All will change. There's a whole lot more coming in for you, and then the decisions will be easy to make. Don't go against your instincts. Something better might come back in, like I said, from the past, and you'll be so happy you didn't jump into something that's not going to make you truly happy. So don't make any major decisions in June or the early part of July. Wait until we're getting towards Leo season, and you will just resist that temptation, and you will get all the stability you've wished for, abundance. You will become the King or Queen of Pentacles. You're giving everything the final push. You are a no-nonsense person now, like the Queen of Swords. You just chop heads off when you need to. So much success. Old friend, old lover coming in. That you're seeing the benefits of spending time alone, and you're not afraid of that. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, Sagittarius. Please like, share, and comment if you can, because it makes such a difference to my channel. I'm slowly growing, and that's all down to you commenting and listening to me, which I'm forever grateful for. Big changes coming in on the home front especially, and of course the moons are in your favor. This full moon is just making your wishes come true. Yep. So many good relationships coming through for you, both business-wise and love-wise. And you are getting your King of Wands. There is no doubt about that. Saturn has judged you correctly and loves what it's seen. And it's going to take a few people down, because it knows that you are the true being of a Sagittarius. Full heart, full love, full everything. Take care, Saggies. Love you lots, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you so much. And by the way, this reading is for anyone who cares to listen to it, really. If you connect with me, you might be a cross-watcher, or you have different placements in Sagittarius. Please comment, tell me where you live, what your placements are. I would love to know. Thank you so much.